everyone, you're watching John FX. In this video, I'll make technical analysis for the coming week. We'll have a look at main pairs, important levels, and possible entry points. Unfortunately, this week, guys, I still couldn't make my daily reviews of the market because I'm still not feeling well to do it every day. And I hope maybe next week I will try to do so. But anyway, let's just see what I'm expecting from the market for this coming week and my possible entry points. Well, we will see how the market opens again, of course, and what to expect, what the levels to look at. This week I was hoping there will be some gaps. Unfortunately, there were no gaps, so no reaction pretty much on non-farm from the previous week, and I was expecting that the gaps will be open, the bearish gaps, which will be filled in straight away this week, and unfortunately that wasn't the case, but the pairs actually went up, right, against dollar. Not all of them though. Just slightly bit different picture between euro dollar and pound dollar. I was expecting more that euro dollar will go slightly up and then it started to come down, and euro the other way around. The pound, I thought it will be a bit stronger this week, but it was that euro got stronger and pound get weaker. Okay, so let's just see euro dollar here just a little bit. That's where I was expecting. I was hoping it will be a gap here, and then from that it will start to fill in and go back up. But you see, it's created just a little bit of the bullish flag and started just continuing the way up. So they were like really good some entry points, and it's created actually eventually a little bit of the head and shoulders. Now it's at 119. So to be honest, again, guys, quite important area. There will be some news for dollar this week. So pretty much last week, unfortunately, there is nothing was on the market to make dollar get stronger again. But who knows, this week there could be news, right? So, and euro dollar stopped at a quite important area. If we will look on the daily chart, so here we have the main downtrend channel, and inside it a little bit, right, another little downtrend channel. So pretty much euro can be stopped in here in this area, and can turn around and go down again, right? Who knows? I mean, like it might go a little bit correction and then continue the way up, or breaking it down. At the same time, it might you know, go inside this uptrend channel. So it's a little bit the place is, as you can see here, it was flat previously. Easily it might also get into something similar position, go into the consolidation, right, and bit wider consolidation, except at this moment we still have COVID problem in Europe, and vaccination is continuous, but it's not as fast, and that's why I'm a little bit surprised that the euro went actually quite up. But except, of course, we were looking at a correction, right? There was no correction for euro and it was just dropping down. That's why, on the other hand, I'm not surprised it's had a correction. So just surprised that there was not much of the reaction on the news. Well, this week FOMC we had, and there were not kind of comments about increasing the interest rate, so that might help dollar to fall a bit more, right? Okay, so anyway, you know, with my strategy, it doesn't really matter where pairs go, as long as it goes, right? Moves, make good moves. And so for me, euro dollar, I will be looking. So yeah, you see, at this moment I wouldn't be surprised if it will go a little bit down. Let's say it started to, you know, go up inside the channel and like trying to go into, if the good area would be for me here is the first possible entry point. So if it will sit and consolidate in here, I will be looking to place the orders, buy and sell, again painting orders both directions, because from here it can either go down or continue the uptrend, right, inside here. So that's why I'm at this moment it's just stopped. It might create a double top, maybe it will have a bit of a like head and shoulders and still go down. This will be again the crucial area, break it or stop at this. Like I'm saying, I would be more seeing if it will stop here, create another bottom, then I would more consider it will continue, resume the way up. Okay, if it will stop here but break it, then well, it still might go inside here, but I would be still more looking towards it's going down. So that's why waiting for a possible here area. If not, it goes down here. That would be my another possible area. So that's pretty much it. My entry points one and another one. If it opens the market and it's going jump, not going to give me opportunity to get into the trade. So if it will jump up, then we'll see if it's going to be, which level is going to be a stopping point. And from that, of course, I will be looking into the next day with next possible consolidation or giving me a pattern or anything, right? So that's pretty much it with euro dollar. Pound dollar, so that's what a little bit not exactly as I thought it would go. I mean, yes, it does look like it's going inside our downtrend channel as expected as a technical view, but more fundamentally I thought it will be trying to break up. But you see this week again, it was not very good news with the vaccine, another AstraZeneca, and also the Brexit now. If you heard, in Ireland they have some movements on the streets, you know, like the protests. So yeah, and it didn't do well for pound, but this week the reopening of England with some restrictions lifted, I would have still considered that pound should get stronger. So you see, on one hand, possibly markets already accepted that, yeah, okay, the vaccine is working and people vaccinated, it's going to be opening slowly, but the Brexit concerns, maybe they already accepted it and now more concentrating on the Brexit concerns. You see at this moment it's hard again to say, because yes, it started to go up nicely, and then, well, I mean, it gave us a really nice good channel here where I was selling from. Like I'm saying, doesn't matter really which way it goes as long as it gives me this places. So, and it stopped at the previous bottom, right? So it did had a little bit of move here that it gave us this week, which might fill in. At the same time, I don't exclude that it might actually will have a bit of up movement based on this positive news with the opening of some of the England, so some of the UK. So at the same time, it might continue down and then, you know, continue the way down. Well, it's in a downtrend channel at this moment. So I don't have an entry point at this moment. Okay, I'm waiting for it, how it will open. Like I'm saying, on Monday it might have a move straight away. So I would rather, of course, to wait for a little bit of, you know, consolidation or something. I mean, we broke down, came back, and it's a bit messy. Something like this, like really nice and quiet, and it's, even here was really nice. But here at this moment it's a little bit messy. So let's see if it fall a bit more here, for example. Maybe not very sharp, because it's, you see, it goes like really sharp at this point, at this moment. For a little bit calm down, and then we will see. Maybe it will give, like, you know, bearish flag, a little bit go up, and then, but at the same time it might actually still jump. I mean, I could look at this possible, you know, 137.50 level as a buying point, right, and 137 as a selling point. But it's a very big distance, very, very wide. That's why I prefer it to go a little bit narrower to one or another level, and then looking for the entry point. So that's why let's just see what's going to happen here, and then looking for the next possible entry. Dollar Canadian had a little bit, I was expecting that is looking like a bullish flag, which, yes, it did broke up. First it actually went down with the opening of the market, and then it started to recover, but it didn't continue the way up. So pretty much bullish, and up as flat. You see, it's moved to the previous top and then fell down. So at this moment it's also not clear if it wants to continue the way down, or maybe it will turn around again and will try to go higher. So pretty much the entry point would be for me here. I'm waiting right now. You see, it's nothing is stopped, but did not consolidate. So in here, if nothing, not going to have jumps, it will give me here a little bit of consolidation. Like you see here, a little bit is stopped. Then I'm going to place the orders, but again, both directions. I mean, of course, I would do a little bit more expecting it still going up, but we saw the oil didn't do anything. That was really not very good week for that either. We will have a look at it later. But anyway, so that's the area. if we jump to this level, so of course I will have a look here. If we'll jump to the next level, and we'll have a look there. But the first, my entry point would be around this area. After it will give me something, because at this moment, absolutely nothing. Dollar yen is, here I was looking like at possible bullish flag. But remember, I was telling you that level as a possible selling area, but just bear in mind it could have been stopped in that area. But you see it's broke, tried to go back in and then continue the way down, which is also is normal because we were expecting a possible correction, waiting for it for too long. Finally, it could be a correction. At the same time, of course, it can resume and continue because we've seen it's been going up without any kind of correction at all, because in the condition of the market, anything can happen. So that's why technically we're looking at one picture, but bearing in mind the fundamentals, what is going on. So that's why, you see, I'm trying to put it into the downtrend channel. So quite possibly it might go like this. At the same time, it might be head and shoulders. This is very narrow, so I wouldn't be surprised if it might actually go and give us another top, like would be double top. So that would be head, a bigger head, right shoulder, bigger head, maybe bigger, just double top and then continue the way down. Same time, you see on a smaller time frame also it could be, we've been going up, you see, went correction up, a bit of a correction, and then might resume the way up. Okay, so it might resume the uptrend and go higher, right? So from here it quite easily just can go and continue and then breaking and go even higher. So I could connect these two tops and that bottom with a little bit, but I'm not going to do it just yet because at this moment it's pretty much a bit unclear for me. I would just see possible entry point. Maybe I'm not going to look this pair at this moment because you see it might create here also like a little bit of consolidation, could be head and shoulders, right? So that's what it might be pointing out that way. So maybe a bit of a triangle, who knows, also going up or actually continue it down. The best area for me would be if it will just consolidate into this area, something like that. Then it would be a bit stronger because we have this level, then another one, and then it could be a strong move either up or actually inside a downtrend channel and then try to break out and then continue the way down, breaking this bottom, or maybe stop at that bottom, who knows, right? But that would be a better area because this one is too close to this, close to that. That's why I see it might just go up, down a bit, and that's why I want a little bit better position. So that's why I'm waiting again with dollar yen. Australian dollar also didn't do anything good this week. You see, it still went up a little bit as expected, so a little bullish flag, touched the previous level, went down, didn't even go to the next level, didn't give me anything here. You see, didn't go inside where I wanted to, so no trades, for example. And now it's kind of going to do something pretty much. I mean, you see on a bigger time frame, we can see that as a possible bearish flag. So breaking that, I would expect possible continue way down. Well, who knows? It can stop at like previous bottom, right? Maybe like one of these will try to cover it even further. And of course, like I'm saying, I mean, it's created quite nice head and shoulders. And at the same time, you never know, it might turn around. Like technically, I would be looking at it going down. Okay, so that would be my technical picture, right? So we're in a downtrend. It's a nice bearish flag. So we're going down. So fundamentally, it could be all the way around. So the news can do anything, the trick. So that's why my possible entry point would be, of course, I would rather to see it more and more going into the narrow part. The narrow it is, I like it about 20 pips, no more. Right now it's about 30 plus something. So this could be a good place in the sell pending order from that level. And I'm going to use the EA, of course. So you see the level, trend level. I'm going to use the sell as place in the order, right? So that's why I like to use the EA. So that would be trend level. So if it will break that with like 20 pips below, then it can continue. And you see, I don't want to do it here, so a little bit more. And around here somewhere, you see we have good 50 pips. So if it gets into here somewhere, then I have now like 30 pips of going down. And who knows, it might be stopping the point, might go further and even further. So that's my possibility. Of course, at the same time, who knows what can be. I'm going to use a place in the buy order too, right from here, right? So that's it. So if it will go, it's the same, has a distance. So, but like I'm saying, it would be better if it will go a little bit more into a narrow part, and you see another the same about 60 pips, which is like you see entry point would be somewhere around here, and I have another 30 to get, and then we will see if it like go back down and then continue the way up or go all the way, so I can catch the good moves. So that would be possibility. Right now I don't want to place it because it's a little bit too close to this level. So if it will have opening of the market as usual, go a little bit more consolidation, then that would be my entry points. So you see, that's easy. And of course then we will see which level is going to go next. Pound yen, perfect, booked out in our channel, right? Remember I had here, I showed you that was a channel, so I placed my orders, buy pending and sell pending order. I had a bit of a buy, just a very little one, which was close with just slight break even, pretty much like only a few cents of profit, because you see it did not continue the way up, which was all right. You see it was actually right at that trend channel. You see it was stopping point here, then went down, went up again, and didn't break it. So okay, just a little bit, and of course I use that level as a sell, and it's just continued the way down perfectly inside our channel. So yes, at this moment it does look like it could have been a corrective movement, right? So and then continue the way up, which I would be still more fundamentally and technically at this moment looking, expecting that to go up, right? First of all, of course, is a correction of this down move, and the news with the reopening of lifting some quarantine rules in the UK. Okay, so yes, then I would be expecting it to go up, and then of course it could be stopped in the middle, go higher, and then who knows. On the other hand, also if we will look, this could be double top creation, right? And then because it has been going for a while, didn't have any good correction, of course I wouldn't be excluding that it might go for a bit of a correction. So in that point, how I would look at that possibility, if it will give me here some consolidation, so a little bit more of sitting in this area, not breaking up, then I would consider that it possibly it would want to go down. So it will create like a bearish flag, and then breaks and goes down. So that would be not excluded, because when we are at those important moments, anything can happen, right, at one or another level. So, but at this moment there is no entry point. I mean, yes, I could possibly place my buy order just in case, but when you know these things, it could be just a week, right, jump up and down. So that's what is dangerous, and it's far. You see how far it is from the level, but it's quite important level. Here we had a breakout down. I would rather see this a little bit more, getting either closer here, or maybe actually going a bit more down here again and give me something a little bit on the smaller. You see on the small, I'm talking about the bigger time frame. It could be a little bit of the flat area to go in the channel, but I still at this moment would be a little bit more towards the going up, right? Unless, like I'm saying, this Brexit news and could be continue the way down, but at this moment you need just to wait a little bit to see what's going to happen. Euro pound finally went a little bit on the correction. I'm not trading this pair really, but at this moment not that much. It decided not to continue the way up. You see, it's a little bit took an advantage of getting pound a little bit weak, and went to the previous important level. To be honest, of course, after this movement, I would expect maybe a little bit of correction, which could look like a possible bullish flag. So if it will create something like that, it would be possible, well, I mean, probably underneath this level if it will do so. Otherwise, of course, it can sit on top of it. So after this movement, you would expect either give us here, who knows, double top, any pattern, which will could be flat, and then is a possible either continuation or turning around, right? So we're going for a bit better correction or coming back. Like I'm saying, like I would still see pound more stronger than euro, but maybe had enough, yeah. And remember, I was telling you I wouldn't be surprised if it will just go flat in this area. So you see, it started to break out but came back, and it wouldn't be like surprising if it will just go down more and then just sit in that area. But maybe with a little bit of tendency of going up, like I'm saying, because I still think that after COVID situation, economically pound would be a little bit suffering. So maybe it's already started to go to this point, and markets is accepting more a little bit of the suffering of the economically compared to COVID. But I still think pound should be going up based on just COVID news, okay? So we will see. That's I'm not going to look into possibly placing the orders with that. If, like, for example, here to go back down, I mean, it's a good distance. It could have a good, nice move down, which is still could be like I'm saying, down as a flag, as a correction before it will decide to come turn around again, or who knows, continue on further. So maybe possibly looking at this as a consolidation support area, and then look for possible entry points. Gold, we had also disappointed that it didn't have a gap, which I thought it would gap down and then started to cover up. It just continued the way up, you see. And yeah, you see, I'm trying to put it into the uptrend channel, but at this moment it's not. It is flat, okay? Even though, yes, it went up, but remember I told you guys that I was expecting, like, with this gap of continuing closing and trying to close it, still to get to this top, because it looks like a bit flat, right? We had it previously, it's been flat, and that's why I will not exclude that it could be a little bit of this consolidation before a good move, because again, fundamentally there is nothing for gold to make it like move like really nicely up. Yes, it could be because they put too much money into the America. It could be inflation, but it's a little bit early to talk about it. I mean, I don't think people will accept it just yet, and I think some of the economical numbers maybe should show a little bit of clues for gold, but I don't see anything for it to really good sharp move up to make. Yes, it's expected, is one of the possibilities. Got to this point, you see it's dropped at a stop, so it didn't create us high and it didn't create us low. That's why we have exactly the same level of the highs and lows. That's why easily from here it can go down again to the same low, okay? Or maybe to try to break out. So maybe the news, economical news this week will do a bit of a trick, right? And give a little bit of something. So anyway, doesn't matter, yeah? I'm trying to make it up. So because for a trend, we need another high or another low. So where it's going to be high or higher low, and then it gives a little bit of a glue. So at this moment, I can see this as it might be a head and shoulders, and that's why my thing would be that quite possibly it will continue the way down, but where? And then if it will give us a here bottom, then you see I can leave this channel as an active channel. Then it would be bottom, and then from that I would expect possibly finally gold going up and breaking the top, right? And then give us a new high. So maybe 1780, something like that, you see, because of that trend channel. So that's the first picture, a possibility. What I see could be here, if it decides to go with an uptrend. Of course, I mean, gold can just jump up again and continue the way up, but like I'm saying, I don't see it. I can see, of course, right now it reacts a lot on 10-year bonds. When 10-year they were going down, the gold was going up. When it went down, when the yields went up, you see the gold went down. So maybe there will be like this reacting, the gold will be reacting more on that. But, well, we will see. I'm looking at it at this moment, yes, a little bit. But technically that's what I see as a possibility. If it gives a bit of a shoulder, it might give a little bit like, you know, going like this, given slightly going up, given a little bit of the bearish flag, and at the same time a shoulder, and then continuing, and we'll see if it will break this level, right? Well, we had the previous, like here, I mean, I'm not creating another level because there's so many of them. That would be right, something like 1720 area. Okay, so if it doesn't break that, maybe it like was a little bit and then went up. It might even go a little bit down, like maybe back to 17, okay? Easily also can be. And then resume it, right? So then it would be a little bit then the higher, low high of the previous, and then a little bit, okay, the signs of the uptrend. Because like I'm saying, at this moment, I don't see the signs of the uptrend. It's more this flat. So yeah, and that's why my possible entry, and of course, like I'm saying, if it will decide to go up, then we will see if it will go up there. So it could possibly be again from there it might go down and then would be a possible this uptrend channel. Okay, so my first would be entry point. I don't have at this moment. Like you see here was really nice one, and here was nice, right? You see like a little bullish flag, a nice flat channel here, went down. So here you see it's jumped back, and that's why I'm waiting for that. Give me a little bit something. So like I'm saying, maybe it will go a little bit more higher, maybe it will just sit in here, give us, or go in something like that with a little bit of clue of the you know, like a shoulder here, right? So the other way around shoulder, and then continue the way down. But who knows? But at this moment I just don't have an entry point. I'm just waiting for a little bit of something giving me this little in that area. So that's my view. Let's go a little bit to the oil. You see, it's like pretty much nothing, was sitting in here, didn't make movements because, well, because there's uncertainty with opening of the borders. There's still no movement, right, much. And that's why I was telling you that it quite possibly could be flat, go just into the flat zone. I mean, here, yes, look how narrow it is. So pretty much that is not going to be like that all the time. So it will jump either up or down, which the jumps could be nice to get some profit. At the same time, they might just be stopped again by one level, stopped by this or another level. So right, one another area. For example, if I would be not trading oil at this moment, I would just place a C order buy here and the pending order sell here. Of course, with a slight distance up, slight distance down. So if it goes down, small profit can be taken here, then trading. If it will continue the way down, the same slight profit taken here in the continuation of, who knows, the even further, right? So that would be my possible entry point easily, because it's definitely is flat, it's very narrow, and it's definitely going to make a move. So if you really want to go for a small profit, for bigger picture, as you can see, it's crucial area, right? Yeah, it's trying to either continue the way down or go back up. So to be honest, technically here I would see more that going towards up and sit into this area and then break out nicely again, either to this level or actually even go further. That would be my still original. I mean, even here going down this or even going down further. So I still see oil going a little bit more and down because there is still nothing good yet, right? Nothing good with the COVID yet. So I would see rather going down instead of uptrend. So if it would be something like normal situation, let's say, and then I would see it going into this area again, right? Then I would be saying, yeah, 50-50, I would say, okay, here I would have placed buy orders and see it a possible going, well, I mean, stop by one level or even go sharp up, and at the same time, sharp could be sharp down, right? So that would be my, like, very big important area if it would be, like I'm saying, a usual kind of situation. But at this moment, I would say I'm more, my view would be more going down. I mean, like I'm saying, it could go up, but still not breaking, not going high yet. I would say for me, it would be more like 80% that it would go down. I would put 80% to 20%, right? So in a normal situation, I would say it would have been here 50-50. Right now, I would still more on a downtrend. So that's how I see it, guys. Don't know if it's going to be this way or not, because who knows what else can come out there in the market. But with the situation what we have right now, that's how I see it. That's it for now. I hope you liked the video. Of course, don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll try to make daily reviews, but like I'm saying, I don't feel well at this moment, like 100% when I want to do it, and I don't have energy to do it. That's the problem. If I will feel better, I will try to. So happy trading, everyone, and I see you in my next video. Bye.